I guess if you go to the board, you're just going to get a ballista and kill somebody.
Probably.
And then suddenly the market is flooded with them, and there's a million people selling them.
But if you're dealing with like a player that really wants or needs a card that they've picked out of your trade binder.
Mike's wearing cologne. Something. And so, if he plays Heliod on 3 and wants to combo.
Hey everyone, new face here. My name is Andy for the SnapCast Podcast. Realistically, I'm just kind of shooting some video. I'm going to send it to Brad and Mike, and if they want to upload it, they can. If not, well, you never saw this. I don't know. But essentially, I would like to start contributing to the podcast. They were talking about adding some videos based on some gameplay. And I kind of have this series I want to bring up called Attacking the Metagame. And if you have played on Arena lately, you know that the metagame right now is very much low-to-the-ground Luros decks and cycling decks. And that's really most of what you're going to see. Cycling essentially makes all the counter magic bad in the format, and the Luros decks essentially make all the removal bad in the format, except for stuff that exiles, of course, because you're looking at different concepts where they don't care if their stuff's removed, they're just going to replay it from the graveyard. And they don't play much removal either, they're just more interested in just keep playing creatures and bashing. So in a format with no counterspells and very little removal, we're going to play some combo. And this is mostly a list from earlier, a couple months ago, with Prime Speaker Vanifar trying to essentially birthing pod up into Grey Merchants of Asphodel. This deck's been around for a while. It was not very good because of the removal and some of the counterspells. So it was kind of tough to pull off. But right now it seems a little bit better just because of the metagame. The other thing is we also get Luminous Broodmoth in the new set, which allows, with Nightmare Shepherd, to actually bring things back in an additional time. Seems pretty good. So essentially how the combo works, we're looking to get a Prime Speaker Vanifar out as soon as possible. If we take one of our 1-drops and pot it away, we get a 2-drop Corridor Minute Monitor, which when it comes in untaps our Prime Speaker, so we can do it again. On 3-drop we have the same thing, and then we also have a sack outlet. With the sack outlet with either these two creatures, our 4-drops, Broodmoth and Shepherd, you get to sack the untappers, Monitor and Tower Scout, and have them come back and do their ability again. And then eventually we just get Grey Merchants. So I think what we're going to do today, we're going to try this deck out in Standard Ranked, and we'll probably play 3 games and kind of talk through it and see how it goes. Playing Prime Speaker Vanifar in Standard. Alright, we're into game number 1. We are playing a Luros deck. We do get to see this before picking whether to go first or second, and all of our mulligans. We, of course, will play first. We cannot keep this. We do have the Prime Speaker, which is nice, but just not the right mana. This is actually okay. Not ideal, but this should work. We're going to go ahead and keep this, and we'll throw our Grey Merchant to the bottom. We will start off, we'll probably just go Goose turn 1, and then we can slam our Druid turn 2 even with the Temple. That'll allow another Druid turn 3 plus the, it's Neoform. I was thinking this was the other one. Okay, so it's Luros cycling as well. Okay, so, yep, same plan. We'll just slam that down. That is nice to see right there. And we will pay that. So, unfortunately, we won't be able to play Vanifar turn 3 because Tapland. But that's okay. Of course, no blocks. Get some water. Because he will cycle. We are, of course, on a little bit of a clock with everything going on. but not the end of the world either. We'll go ahead and attack, because we're definitely not blocking any of this stuff anyway. And yeah, like he only has, his only removal should be Zenith Flare, which he's wanted to throw at my face anyway, and it doesn't really do much right now beyond that. Most likely he'll just cycle a couple times, we'll slam a Vannifar, and then we should win next turn. Like, the turn after we play this, as long as it survives. We do have 4 cyclers in the yard, so Zenith Flare does kill it. So here's the question. We could shock in Neoform. We could grab a 2-drop here, which would be either a Druid or an Untapper. The Untapper doesn't do too much for us. We can also grab a 3-drop, which would be either a Woe Strider, or would have to be another Untapper. The Untapper doesn't do anything. I think what we're going to do is we're just going to... Yeah, we'll just go ahead and block with the Druid, so no reason to do anything right yet. No attacks. We'll block with this Druid when he attacks, because then we can Vannifar up here into 2, Vannifar into 3, Wolf Strider, sack. Should be okay. And he cycled. I don't know if he's played it. Okay, so now he can't Zenith Flare. Unless he has some sort of trample, we should be okay. Oh, he's got a big dude. Boop. Neat. Alright, so let's go ahead and get a 2-drop. Untap. Let's go ahead and get... no, not yet. I'm trying to think. So we can go get a 3-drop. 3-drop has to be Scout, I think. Yep, 3-drop can be Scout. Now... Yep, that'll work. We'll 4-drop into Broodmoth. Neoform. Actually, we'll play Goose. And we'll Neoform away the Goose. Another Monitor. Now we can sack this Monitor. We will get a Monitor back, so we don't have to go get an Untapper. We get Woe Strider. Now we can sack Woe Strider, because Woe Strider will come back anyway. Grab a Nightmare Shepherd. We're going to now sacrifice one of our Monitors. We're going to choose not to exile it, because we want it to come back with flying. It doesn't matter what's on top. Now what we want to do is we want to go... these both have flying. Let's... Yeah, we'll go into another line just so we can get additional damage through. Grab our Tower Scout. That's going to untap anyway. Doesn't matter. Sack a Tower Scout. Go grab Tower Scout. We're not going to do that. That way we untap with a flyer. Go grab a Shepherd. Now we'll go grab Gary number 1. Exile it. Yes. Because it will not come back with flying because I already had flying. And then all we have to do is sack Gary. We're not going to exile because we want Gary to come back with flying. And now we can sacrifice Gary one more time. And this time it comes back like this and kills him. Go into game 2. Game 2, we do have to worry about a little bit about fast aggro. And the other thing we have to worry about is hate cards, especially Grafdigger's Cage. Because with Cage, you can't... Usually Cage is used so things can't enter from the graveyard. Is important, slightly. With Broodmoth it is. More importantly, cards can't enter from the library. So we're going to just slam a bunch of trophies. Nothing else really matters here. All we're going to do is cut down a Grazer, and Neoform's actually kind of good. We're going to get rid of a couple of these. Game number 2. Of course, our opponent will play first. Now, his deck can actually put a lot of pressure on you pretty quickly. And Zenith Flare is pretty scary as well. If he just plays it on turn 4, sometimes that can just kill you out of nowhere. So you do have to respect that. This is okay. We do have the hate, a little bit of ramp, but like... It's sketch because we don't have a Vannifar or a way to go find it. But this deck can also play okay. And the 1/4 is actually really nice. Sometimes you just play this guy, and he blocks for a couple turns. Now, if he has the Cycler that gets +1/+1 counters, he doesn't block very long. Basic Plains, yeah, he does have it. But sometimes they play the 3/1, and like the 3/1 that makes 1/1s. So this can just block it all day long. Eventually, they just attack with like 3 1/1s at a time, and you block 1, only take 2. Okay, so now we have a decision to make here. I think we just play another Goose. We're not trying to get too crazy. We are happy he didn't attack because we would not have been able to block. I don't know why he's holding up mana. Lands we don't want. Go ahead. Yeah, this guy. This guy's really good. Nope, no blocks. Okay, so that's pretty cool. What we're gonna do, we're actually gonna shock ourselves for this. Not really sure. I guess we just wanted to keep up an extra mana. And now we have an untapper on our hand as well, which makes things a little bit easier. Yep, Fry works. That's why he's been keeping up 2 mana. Now luckily with this deck, sometimes they just flood out, and they'll end up just with a bunch of lands. Of course, that's when like Zenith Flare off the top is insane. So Nightmare Shepherd's not insane here, but it's decent. I actually like playing it here because I can block with a Gilded Goose and still get the Goose back. No attacks. And when the Goose comes back, I get another treasure. Not treasure, whatever it is. What does this make? Food. Yeah, it looks like he's not playing blue, just playing this for 1 mana cycle. There is the other one that draws 4 cards. Sometimes they do splash blue and actually cast that. Yeah, and we'll block here. This is super free. And we will exile it. Beautiful. And we'll just see what he's doing. Is he just going to slam Laros down? Yeah. So this is where I can probably assassin. Yeah, this is where I'm definitely going to Assassin's Trophy this. Because I just cannot let him get value out of it. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to attack in with Shepherd. Probably attacking with the Goose as well. Then we'll go ahead and we're going to untap our Shepherd. Play land. And we're in a spot where we can actually race in. Like, this deck doesn't actually have to go off and combo out every time. Sometimes we can just race our opponents, and this is one of those times where it's kind of looking that way, especially with extra blockers with this setup. Our hand is empty as heck. He's reading Shepherd, sees how OP that card is, and wondering why this doesn't see more play. Blocking a treasure. Our food. And the foods also add up. Like, we're not going to need the foods for mana. Okay, that's too bad. I was going to say, like, the foods can... Well, that's pretty good. Cancel. Next. Swinging in. I was going to say the foods also give you just additional life. Like, we're going to be blocking just about every turn here, which is unfortunate because eventually we're going to run out of stuff. We'd like to keep the goose available if possible. We'll untap the goose. Cute thing is we now have 2 mana available, but we can't do anything with it. It's too bad, like, one of these lands weren't untapped, because when we untap goose, make a thing. Yeah, we'll pass turn. So this is starting to get kind of bad. We might want to make sure we can gain life. Because now these guys won't come back again, which is totally unfortunate. But we do get a couple chump blocks out of them, and this will gain us essentially 6 life this turn. Yep, that's the annoying card. But we're in an okay race. We can no longer Vanifar. We can no longer Neoform. We have to actually play the cards in our deck. Broodmoth is not a playable card in our deck. It is white. We don't actually play any white mana. That's why it's only a 1-of. So we're going to make a food. And we will eat a food. And we will eat a food. We have to be really careful. Like, he probably is just holding 2 lands. It's just how this deck operates with drawing so many cards. But we do need to be careful still. Because at any point he could just, like, Zenith Flare us in the face. So that's why we're really going to be careful, make sure we don't take too much damage off this Fox. Which means we might actually need to block with the Goose next turn. It's not where we want to be. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cyclers. Yep. 8 cyclers now. He's down to 38 cards. We're only at 45. Yeah, we're going to need a block here. And then to damage, but then before damage, we'll make a food. See, I believe this will still work with Cage Out because it exiles the cards, and they're coming back from exile, not actually from the graveyard. Okay, that's awesome. We get another blocker for 2 turns. Broodmoth would not work because it actually does bring it back from the graveyard. Man, are we gonna get Zenith Flared here? Eek. So he did have it. Now that puts us in a really sketchy situation. We might die here now. Unfortunately, he just hit 2 Zenith Flares. I mean, he's halfway through his deck, so it's not unreasonable. Now I have to block, and I will only get 1 block out of this. Not dead yet, though. Okay, so 1 hit with this, and a Zenith Flare kills me. I'm going to declare no blocks. That way, if I draw one more Nightmare Shepherd, I still have this twice. Ooh, Wolf Strider's decent. We're going to block with this, so we'll swing in here. Wolf Strider gives me a scry, and also, well, it's going to give me 2 scries overall. Okay, finally he's actually playing another card. Realize that just playing one's not the best bet, but this gives me 2 blockers plus other stuff. Okay, so that's pretty good. Oh, that's not good. No, we can't Vanifar. I didn't even think of that. Maybe it'll be bait. My turn. Yeah, I probably should put that on bottom. Oh well. We'll block with Druid, sack it. We'll let the Stinger come through unless well, no, we can block it with the Vanifar anyway. We'll see how much damage it does to us, though. It's pretty good late game reach as long as he does keep drawing cyclers. Oh, that's bad. So yeah, we have to sack it in response. Trophy's good. It's not amazing, but it's good. Pass to blockers, block. And there's no reason to do anything there. Because we know we're going to trophy anyway. We're going to scry and then put that on bottom for sure. We already left it on top for a reason. Okay, that's... I mean, I didn't have the ability to cast Trophy on that anyway, so it didn't really matter. Okay, he didn't swing with both. That's kind of nice. Give him another land. Thing is, like, as soon as he draws another Zenith Flare, I'm just dead. That's not helpful. We both have land in hand. He should probably be attacking with the Stinger. Like, I know it's reach. I just would have played the other Stinger, like, swing and attack, because he has me at such a low life total. He might just be able to kill me with it, though. So I pretty much am forced to block it here. Okay. Goose. Goose gains me life. So I know he has 2 lands in hand. I'm just going to sack this in response. Goose can gain me 3 life a turn. Zenith Flare still kills me. So what we'll do is we'll make a food. And we'll Tower Scout. Untapping that. No attacks. Now we actually have an attacker. Let's just sack one of these now. We eat both of these. Gain the life while I can. Like, I'm still dead to Zenith Flare, but at least I'm not dead to a couple cycles. That's fine. He's gonna find a Zenith Flare soon. Like, he's 3/4 of the way through his deck. He assume he plays 4. He might be playing 3. Make one, sack one. Oh, we got it. He didn't want to have any. Whoa. That's the match. It was a great draw by us, but you didn't know what we drew. Sweet. Let's go into match number 2. Wow. Didn't expect that at all. That was that shows you that you can actually play that deck legitimately. I think he did misplay a little bit by not playing a second creature for a while. But it does show that this deck, you can play it legit. It doesn't have to be combo. Ooh, we'll take the play again. This hand is pretty good. Not amazing. It's pretty good. We can go turn 1 Grazer into a Temple, which is nice, but we don't have another land to follow it up, so it's not like the coolest thing ever. If we find one, then we can play turn 2 Woe Strider, which is pretty good. That'll also allow us to scry into another one if we need to. Goose is not what we want. It is a mana, but it's not what we want. We're looking for lands. Looking at this, it looks like I'm in a commanding lead until you see no lands in the hand. Well, okay. There's another one. Not the worst. He starts off with Godless Shrine into Swamp. He doesn't have a companion. Human Soldier, search your library for card named... Okay, so this is probably that aggro deck, which is kind of nice to have the blockers. We don't have double black yet. Let's play Woe Strider. And then we'll pass. Probably end of his turn, we'll sack the goat. Try to find another black mana or a Vannifar or something. When this attacks... Okay, so yeah, we're playing humans, it looks like. Target creature you control gains... Okay, so that becomes a 4/4 indestructible when this attacks, but I can trade with this at least. I have an awkward situation, especially if I can find black mana and slam this, then the Woe Strider comes back anyway. He's saying oops. That's probably should have stayed on top, but that's fine. Ooh, we didn't get punished. And nothing to do. Now I can just block it here too. I don't even have to block with the Strider. We need a Vannifar, and then this is in a really good situation. Even if not, I mean, we can just swing in, untap. We get blockers for days. We'll see what he has on 4. Does he have removal? He does. Exile target creature. That seems pretty good. Of course, we'll sack it. We don't want an island. And sure. We could have sacked the Grazer to have it come back as well. Probably would have been worth it if we would have sacked the Grazer before sacking that. Oh well. We weren't going to get a trigger off it, but we would have had a flyer anyway. Ooh, he's not attacking. Okay. What do we hit? Okay, that's kind of nice. Show me a Vannifar. Broodmoth. I can't play Broodmoth, so we'll take this. That's annoying. Let's play the 3/3. Unfortunately, these can't untap lands. Otherwise, you could have played the 2/2 and then the 3/3, or either order if either one of them untap lands. Yeah, we'll untap the Strider. Because it matters. Nope. He's still not able to do anything. Like, we have a decent ground army. So that's a good situation for us to be in. Okay, so now he gets another one. Yeah, so it only gets one trigger off that. This is legendary, right? Yeah, okay. He does have... Oh, Kudro. Okay. Well, that becomes a problem now. And he's going to exile that. Yeah, I mean, my graveyard doesn't matter. Okay. He does it whenever any human comes in. And you can sack 2 humans. These guys are humans. Ugh. Well, that's annoying. Play scout. Sure. Untap yourself. Untap yourself. Clogging up the ground, but we need to find a Vanifar. Actually, Grey Merchant's not terrible here. I mean, hits for 3. And eventually we can do shenanigans with it. Humans you control get +1/+1. Now that's... These guys are getting big. I don't like it. I can double block with scouts. Kill anything on his board, which is nice. Yep, exile the thing. That's fine. And if he ever attacks, I can block and then sack something to Woe Strider as well. Ooh, okay. That seems good. Is this 3 mana? Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and go get our Vanifar. This might be a little sketch. The better play might have been... I'm going to hold this in my hand as well. Might have been the better play to get Broodmoth. That way, if he does kill anything, like he can sack 2 creatures to destroy this. Does it cost mana? It does cost 2, which he has. But at least he sacrifices 2 of his dudes. Is he not going to do it? Okay. He's going to do it on my upkeep, because I can only do this at sorcery speed. Okay. Or is he going to... Oh, if he just taps it down... Oh, that's a mistake. He doesn't know it either. Cool. So I should just win from here. Tower Scout. Yeah, I had a 3rd. Go grab Broodmoth. Sack, a Monitor. Doesn't matter. Let's go grab a Shepherd. We're not going to exile it. Sure, that can go on the battlefield. It's my land for turn. Another Monitor on tap. We'll go back up. We should have 1 Tower Scout left. Let's not exile. We don't need the Tower Scout anyway. Cool. Game 1. Going to game number 2. So... Weird deck. Trophies, I think we have to pretty much bring in trophy every game. I think Wicked Wolf might be decent. Kills Kudro, which I think is probably good enough. I could trade with Kudro. Trades with the other dude. Yeah, it probably is. I don't really want to lose this. What I'm going to do actually is I'm going to just kind of cut 1 and just put those in. The Druid's kind of good. We'll cut. I don't want to have to draw that. Cut 1, cut 2, cut 3, cut 4. Let's do that. Let's see what happens here. We're a little bit more reactive this game. And we're into game number 2 of match 2. Currently 1-0 in this, currently 1-0 overall. Match 1, 2-0. And we're currently going into game 2 of match 2. Waiting to see if he wants to play first or not. man, my camera's a little bit over that card too, isn't it? There we go. That's what it is. Yep, there we go. Cool. We're 2-0. Apparently he didn't want to play us anymore. High Tide. He's not playing that deck. Not in this software. All right, what do we got? We have Goose. Yeah, this is solid. We'll shock for a turn 1 Goose. Okay. He's playing Kruga, so this is some sort of mid-range deck. We'll just Goose. And what does he get? Greenland? White land, okay. I love this art on this plains. So pretty. Blue light. Okay. It doesn't bother me too much. I mean, it's slightly annoying, but not the end of the world. Lots of incubation. So we get Gray Merchant, we get Tower Scout. We already have a Monitor in hands. Maybe we just grab a Scout here. I think that's what we're going to do. And let's play a Temple of Deceit. Breeding Pool is not where we want to be. Swing with the Goose. He's holding up either Counter Magic or Brazen Borrower. That's why I was going to play this first, because I really want this to resolve more than anything else. I don't know if he actually has Counter Magic, though. I think he might just be awesome. We hit it. I think he's just banking on the Borrower. No attacks, because I don't want to die to a Brazen Borrower here. And let's see what he does. If he plays Fires, he doesn't play Fires, okay. Should I play Nightmare Shepherd first? It'd be a little less risky. Let's do that. Let's go Nightmare Shepherd. See what he does. That's what I figured. So now we didn't run our Vanifar into that, but we can grab another Shepherd, and we can attack with the Goose. Got 2 hits with the Goose. Okay, there's Fires. That means, although he's going to start doing some crazy shit, it means he can't do anything on our turn at all, which is nice. So yeah, we'll just slam. Actually, let's make blue mana. Get the extra play in, and then we can play this. No attacks. And now we should win next turn. Shouldn't be anything he should be able to do. There's a Scry. On his turn. Of course, he doesn't have to pay anything. He's doing... Okay, he left one on top before he's going to draw it, so this could be removal. He obviously needed some sort of removal here. Cavalier doesn't win it because he can't pump it. Now, the cool thing about Cavalier, however, is it drew him a bunch of cards, which he's hoping one of them's an answer. If I had Nightmare Shepherd, Woe Strider, then like Teferi doesn't kill me because I can just pop this in response, but I don't. Does he have anything? He's in the tank. That doesn't do anything. That's his 2. Yeah, I win next turn. Do I take 8? Fuck yeah, I take 8. I don't care. Cool. Let's play a Shepherd. Let's go get a monitor. Let's exile it. Monitor. Untap. Sack monitor. Get monitor back. Untap. Get Woestrider. Let's sack this monitor. Go get Tower Scout. Untap. Sack Tower Scout. Exile Tower Scout. Untap. Go get Broodmoth. Sack. No, sack. Yeah, sack. Doesn't really matter. I can do whatever the fuck I want here, right? Sack Druid. No, I have 2 Tower Scouts in hand. Sack. Woestrider. Don't exile. Grab another Nightmare Shepherd. Use this to sack a monitor. Let's not do that. Have it come back with flying. Exile. Doesn't matter. Sack a shepherd. Yes, we will exile it, because it already has flying. Grab Grey Merchant. Sack Grey Merchant. Have it come back with flying. Sack Grey Merchant. Exile it. And there we go. We take game 1 against Jeskai Fires. Ooh. So this time, most of these cards are really bad. We'll take trophies. That's all we really want here. We'll get rid of a Grazer, a Druid, and an Incubation. Match 3, game 2. We currently have not lost a game. Of course, we 2-0'd match 1, 1-0'd match 2. Our opponent quit on us. But we'll go into match 3, see if we can pick up the 3-0 with a clean sweep. Fires is a good matchup because, I mean, he does have the Brazen Borrower, which is interesting. Usually Fires doesn't play that because it's instant speed, but I guess he does want some removal. But Fires, although Fires can be really fast, and sometimes this is a sketchy hand, but we'll keep it anyway. Oh, he's just going to quit out. Well, that's 3-0.